I didn't really have an ideal childhood. My father was never around, I was bullied in school, and I lost my mother when I was 9, and my grandmother shortly thereafter. It left me devastated. I was lost. I really just didn't know what to do. I got to the point in my life where I just didn't really care about anything. I didn't really think about the consequences of my actions, and as a young person, you don't really think about the future. I was just 13 the first time I smoked marijuana, and all the friends I was hanging out with at the time were all smoking weed too. So I figured I should join them. I didn't really have any strong convictions, so I couldn't see a reason not to. At first, I was smoking weed just occasionally here and there, but then during my first couple years of high school, it turned into an everyday thing. I just thought it was something to do, but it was a priority. It's all I could focus on, and I didn't have to worry about anything else as long as I could get high. I got in trouble with the law multiple times. Ingestion, possession, drinking underage. I went through the motions of the court system, but nothing ever stopped me from going back and getting high again. The last time I got in trouble with the law, the judge ordered I take outpatient rehab classes at WellFully. At first, I thought these classes were just another punishment for getting caught, and I was going to go through the motions and get right back to getting high. During one of my classes, the counselor was reading through the signs and symptoms of addiction, and what stood out to me is that those with addiction continue the behavior despite repeatedly facing negative life consequences as a result of that behavior. And when confronted with the possibility of being addicted, addicts will think of all the excuses they can to explain their behaviors as to why they're the exception and they're not addicted. These two sentences really resonated with me, and I began to self-reflect upon my own actions and wonder if I was wrong about not being an addict this entire time. And when looking back at my history, I realized that I was addicted. That was all it took for me to focus on overcoming it. No longer was I going through the motions. I wanted to take the opportunity WellFully was offering to better my life. Once I was no longer getting high, I realized that I was using it to avoid the trauma of my childhood. And once I was sober, I could get the help that I needed. Eventually, I overcame the depression that I had been enduring for 7 years. I never forgot what I learned at WellFully. I used those lessons to motivate me to better my life, try harder in school, and to reach my full potential. 8 years later, I graduated with my Doctor of Pharmacy, and none of that would have been possible without WellFully. I often wonder who I'd be, where I'd be, and what decisions I would have made if I hadn't quit smoking weed. I really don't think I'd be where I'm at today. I truly believe being in class that one day and hearing those two sentences was exactly what I needed to get my life on the right track and be where I'm supposed to be. WellFully has this wonderful facility and important services to help kids who are going through exactly what I was going through, if not worse. The people at WellFully care about more than just providing classes. They care about the future, lives, and success of every kid they see. They provided me with the tools and support to allow me to create the best life that I can for myself, and I really could not be more thankful for WellFully.